Well, hello folks. I caught the news here. Tyler Shandro, Justin Trudeau, and the RCMP. I tag all three of them right here in Canada. And you know what? As a lawful firearms owner, I've got my pal, my R pal, had it since I was a child. I inherited guns. I've done videos on it. And folks, I'm going to tell you the laws of Canada and the joke of Jason Kenney, Premier of Alberta, and the joke of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. And Tyler Shandro going ahead as the Justice Minister saying he's going to save firearms owners. Folks, let me be clear. You don't need to be saved. If the province of Alberta, under Jason Kenney, who's at least Premier right now, who has a property rights panel. You can go look on my birthday, February 16th, 2022. I addressed the MLAs in full scale highest laws of Canada and what exactly Alberta can do, what Albertans can do to secure their property rights. It's simple, provincial constitutionalism. And I'm going to break your hearts right now. Myth bust, Ezra Levant, and all of his intrepids, even the counter signal. Folks, it's been articulated very, very well to you, not only for gun rights, our natural resources, our property rights, the provincial crown land, which is in bulk majority of what's available to you folks, your water rights, we can go on and on and on. All of these things cemented in the United States of America, in each and every one of the 50 states of America. They are a federalism. Guess what, Canadians? You are what's called a limited federalism. Do you know why? Because none of the conservatives or liberals in the entirety of Canada's history have ever once wanted you to have a single property right. They talk about Vladimir Putin, the dictator. I don't think so. Even he gives such rights to his 85 regions, soon to be tomorrow morning 89. They all get property rights. Do you know you can buy land in northern Siberia? If you've got the ruble, you can go buy land in northern Siberia. They have property rights. You don't. Very limited amount of Canada is made available to you. In fact, such a little amount. It is less than what China offers Chinese citizens in communist China. You're being played. The RCMP are not going to listen to Minister Tyler Shandro or Jason Kenney. Know why? Because you have no constitutions in the province of Alberta or any other province in Canada. Nothing that enshrines your property rights. None of them. They make it up as they go. And because of that, because of the corruption of every crown premier in Canada, underneath the corruption of the federal crown, you have no property rights, and they will take those guns, and they will take it by force, by putting it under the criminal code. Doesn't have to be that way. Jason Kenney and his completed property rights panel that I spoke to February 16th, 2022, outlined in full legal authority of what can be done in Canada, can be enshrined tomorrow, saving not only your firearms, we can go on and on and on. In fact, most of the rights Canadians don't have that they should have, i.e. your civil rights, which are most of your human rights, are found as privy of the province, to be enshrined constitutionally, just like all the 50 states, just like 84 regions of Russia. Now, they're not the only two countries. There's others. There's not many. There's 4 others that do that. Canada is legally designed to do that. It's called for since 1867. It's right there in the 1867 under Part V, Section 58 of your Constitution. What does it say? Provincial constitutions. From there you go on and on. You read how Lieutenant Governor can enact that through the Premier and you, the people. You can do that through your MLAs, which there's a property rights panel. But they don't want to enshrine anything for you because it would take the power away from the autocratic Premier. And hell, that would spread like wildfire to all the people of Canada. They can't have that. Then you wouldn't really need government as much as you have to take them on now. They wouldn't be able to just steal your guns or anything else, or crack out unbelievable mortgage rates, jacking up interest rates. They wouldn't have to do that because you'd have most of Canada made available to all of you. In fact, they could release piles of Crown land and have no housing crisis, none whatsoever. We can go on and on and on and on, folks. On and on and on. Property rights are not a small issue. They're huge. And if you talk to any American about property rights, they will show you in their own states. This is where gun laws belong. In property rights, they're property. Don't kid yourself. You're being played. You're being cucked. You're being fooled. The police, doesn't matter if it's municipal, RCMP provincial, RCMP federal, RCMP military. Doesn't matter what police force. They will follow criminal code. They will take your guns that the federal government has deemed illegal. They will. Don't be fooled. I can show you case after case after case, even my own personal experiences in municipalities with cockamamie bylaws to take my property rights away. In firearms. Happened to me many times, happened to many lawful gun owners. And you can hire a lawyer, you can spend upwards of $100,000, lose your guns for decades. And even if you win, you may see some back, but not all of them. I know, I lived it. I'm not the only one. There are hundreds of cases of this. Why? Because no Canadian has any real property rights, none whatsoever. They're not constitutionally bound. There's no highest law of the land on such. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be done by the province. And when Jason Kenney's property rights panel smack dab right into it with the greatest legal minds in the world, Jason tucks tail and runs. Says Crown's more important than actually giving you real property rights. That's a fact. Justin Trudeau doesn't want you to have property rights. His minister, his federal minister, told you no Canadian has any property rights. And unfortunately that's true because no premier will codify it. Because why would you want that? The people would start taking care of themselves. There would be wealth amongst the people. We can't do that. What would they need the government in such autocracy for? They might want to change that. Folks, it's sick. It's wrong. Share this video out. Don't be a cuck. Don't be an Alberta cuck. Don't fall for it. I've had firearms since I was at the age of consent, legal age in Canada. My whole life I inherited them. I've been around guns my whole life. And even I see the folly of what's coming. I've experienced it in other way, shape, and forms throughout the political history. Nothing the province can do for you is going to be cemented or even override the criminal code. You want to override it? You need to cement those as property rights officially in the highest law of the province, a constitution, which we don't have. No province has. It's been called for since 1867. We are a federalism. We're supposed to be, but we're an autocratic pretend, highly communist style federalism, a pretend that we're free, a pretend that we have these rights. We don't. They've never been codified. We could do that tomorrow. Jason Kenney could do that tomorrow before he leaves office. But he chose to quit when the truth hit him and his MLA caucus in the face, when he watched his own MLAs turn on him and wanted to hear more, wanted to go through it. Jason said, no, I'm dissolving the legislature. We're not going any further. I quit. That's what he did. This is theater. This is acting. It's called conservative, liberal, fake theater, Hollywood, forever and a day that is your crown. It's always against the people of Canada, all the people in their provinces and territories. Always will be until you get your codifications, meaning real constitutional conventions. There's never been one ever done in the province or territory. Think about your property rights. One of the most important rights you can have besides your civil rights. Don't have those either. You all know it's true. Any government can come in and sweep it all away from you as easy as picking up the pen in a majority government. And they do. You know they do. They change the goalposts every single party you elect, taking more and more, making you work harder and harder for less. Again, no Canadian has any property rights. None, unless you're the crown. Only the crown has all your property rights. And they don't want to give them back. They don't want to give them up. They want to keep them forever in a pure autocratic dictatorial system, a crown monarchical system. Superpowered. It's sick. It's wrong. Wake up, Canadians. Share. Get this truth out there. The RCMP know it's true. Jason Kenney knows it's true. Tyler Shandro knows it's true. And Justin Trudeau knows it's true. When are you all going to wake up and know it's true and start saying, no, we want provincial constitutionalism? Jason Kenney, before you leave office, do it for the people of Alberta. He could, but he won't, because he's in love with the crown. He'd rather see NDP come elected here in the new year, post-February on writ drop, and you'll see it. You'll all see Danielle get in, some cockamamie laws here and there, and then it's all going to get shut down, and then she's going to lose. She's going to lose post-writ drop February. You watch. Mark my words. That's my video. Share. Don't be a fool. Don't let these crown-loving liars get away with it. They do it again and again. Shut them down. Not for you, at least for your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren to come if you don't have them already. Do what's right. Share the truth. Bye now.